Welcome back to The Walking Dead. I thought this episode wasn't supposed to come out early, but I don't know where I'm seeing all these reactions to it, so I swear I tried to be on time for it.
I got it.
Sure you don't need a little help? Seems like you need some help.
I didn't say you could call. Scoot. Scoot back up, ready?
I do really love the relationship between Daryl and Carol.
What I'm talking about.
So I'm guessing this is the Daryl episode, which I'm cool with. I've grown to really, really love Daryl.
Close enough.
Legitimately though, how do walkers even catch a deer? Like, they're so easily spooked. They're incredibly fast. Like, how would a walker ever get a deer?
You're very special strong right foot now, is it?
They're just like so sassy with each other.
Disaster. Right.
Come such a long way. Damn, did she already get one?
No way.
First try?
Good luck.
That's actually pretty impressive. Oh, dog.
Here, why don't you just do this yourself?
It's fun, really.
You're like an old married couple.
Losing Alexandria?
We didn't lose Alexandria.
I was just gonna say, you didn't really lose
Not
it.
yet.
You just gotta keep trying.
Here.
And at a certain point, you gotta stop moving on, you know? You just gotta rebuild, and then rebuild, and then rebuild, however many times it takes. I feel like they're trying to make me nervous right now, but I don't know why. This doesn't really make me that nervous. I feel like Dog would be running away rather than towards whatever is, you know, a problem. Kind of reminds me of when Daryl and Beth found that old cabin with all the moonshine in it. Who's that? What the hell? Who is this? Bit of a fixer-upper, but, you know, could do worse. So why did Dog want to come here? Is this the same cabin that we saw that woman at? Everything's got like a yellowish tinge to it. That must mean we're in flashback mode. Still not a huge fan of flashback storytelling, but The Walking Dead has gotten better at it for sure. 5 years ago. Okay, yeah, we're going way back. So this is, what, a year after Rick disappeared? Oh, little puppy. I guess this is how he meets Dog. So cute. Where's my dog? I want to go pet him. Scooby, come cuddle with me. No, he's just marking off where he's already looked for Rick. Okay. I get it.
Maggie left Hilltop. She took Herschel and went with Georgie.
Yeah, she went and tried out a different TV show. Didn't really work out, so now she's back.
It's been 2 years. How long do you plan to stay out here?
It means it's been 7 years since
I can
Rick
understand,
disappeared.
you know.
That's crazy.
I know.
I hear walkers. Ew. Damn. He just wants to find Rick as badly as we all do. Should probably find a better place to put your map. It's gonna get all wet. What did I just say? That was a little too close. Whoa, chill out.
Who the hell are you?
Who are you?
No, you're not.
Alright, fine, whatever. Such a helpful little dog. I remember when they first showed that Daryl had a dog. I feel like myself and everybody else was just so happy about that.
It was a long time ago.
Oh, so this is the same place? And Carol knew about her. Did this woman and Daryl have, like, a thing? I'm not gonna lie, I'll be kind of mad if he had a thing with
I
this
told you everything.
random person and not Carol or Connie. What was that? She had a son?
What kind of help you think I need? Daryl?
Well, he just told, like, he followed your dog. There were walkers in your house, so I don't know, seemed like you needed help. I guess you don't. Don't gotta be rude about it. There does seem to be a little bit of tension here. Maybe she was, like, Daryl's lover or something.
Get out.
So we don't actually get to see how he got that scar. It's kind of annoying.
What about his?
name is just Dog.
Dog. Looks like you got the raw end of the deal there.
Yeah, and I guess we'll never know how.
Only if you let it.
Ah, so he was quoting her. Interesting. Yep, definitely some tension here. Alright. I didn't like it at first, but now I'm kind of like, okay.
Name's Leah.
It took her that long to tell him her name. That's kind of crazy.
Anything. I want to be left the hell alone.
Well, so does he, but you know, you can be alone together. Come on.
Bother you again. Good.
Great.
Fine.
Bye.
You're both lonely.
Thought you
Just
were going.
admit it. You want to talk about it? Wait, hold on. Daryl's wearing a sweater and not a button-up shirt. I think that's the very first time I've ever seen that.
This doesn't matter.
Maybe not, but
It's gone.
it's weirdly pretty effectively emotional considering I just met this character and I've never met the son.
So my boy was bit.
Damn. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I had a kid,
I said goodbye
Had
to
to
him
watch
the
them
same
die.
day Dog was born.
I would probably just kill myself. Not gonna lie.
Who'd you lose?
My brother. It was an accident.
Well, no, it wasn't.
Never found the body.
And you.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, he's talking about Rick, and he called him his brother. Makes me wonder if she reminds him of Carol, or if Carol reminds him of her. I suppose a bit of both. Yep, they definitely got a thing going on. I'm cool with it. Oh, come on, you're not gonna give us like a shirtless Daryl? That was kind of rude.
Face what happened, or do you belong here with me?
Just got a point, Daryl.
I don't know.
But at the same time, Rick's not dead. Although you're looking
You
in
do.
the totally wrong place. So yeah, you probably should just give it up.
Now choose.
Ouch. I don't blame her.
About it. Just
You want me to move on with mine, right?
Well, you should move on, Daryl. It also makes sense, though. If you never find a body, you never know exactly what happened to Rick. It's hard to find any peace when it's all just up in the air. Where'd she go? Aww. I guess that's why the episode is called Find Me. It's sad. He chose her. Of course it didn't work out, because nothing ever works out on this stupid-ass show.
Thinking that every time you lose someone, it's because of you, something you did wrong.
I made a mistake.
Well, in that particular case, I feel like that's a
Losing Leah, that's not on you.
decent assumption.
Or Connie.
Yeah, Connie's kind of your fault, Carol.
No, that's on you.
Ooh, ouch. I mean, yeah, you certainly were fucking up for a good long while there, Carol. I love you, but
This isn't just about
you
Leah
caused a lot of
or
pain.
Connie. Well, then you should have just let me get back on the boat.
That's kind of fucked up. It's kind of interesting. They both kind of reversed their roles with each other.
Our luck's run out, you and me.
Aww. That honestly hurts more than, like, Daryl losing someone he loved, you know, Leah. Wherever she went. I guarantee we're gonna see her again, though. Hopefully within these 6 episodes. Well, damn. That episode felt really short, but it was a good one. I liked it. I would say about on par with the last one. And I love Daryl and Carol as characters, so it's good to get a little bit more from them. And just like last week, we got ourselves a very character-driven episode, not a lot of plot going on. Like I said, I have a feeling all 6 episodes are going to be like that. However, this did feel like quite a bit of setup for the return of Leia. The fact that she just disappeared and it's this big thing kind of hanging over Daryl makes me think that within these 6 episodes, there's a good chance that she might show up again. Potentially at odds with him, potentially as just the bit of closure that he needs. I am still kind of shocked that he never ended up in a relationship with Carol or Connie, but he did with this woman. But at the same time, it does make sense. The both of them were at pretty much the same place at the same time. They both wanted to be alone. They had lost someone who arguably is like the most important person in the world to them, definitely for Leah. So I think they saw in each other, you know, a kind of kindred spirit. And at first I was against it because, like I said, I would have expected him to be with Carol or Connie, not just some random person who we've never even heard about before. But as the episode went on, I actually did definitely feel the chemistry between the two, and I thought it was really sweet that Dog is kind of the one to have brought them together. And that being said, Dog being around Daryl all the time now, I'm sure is just kind of a constant reminder of the fact that he was too late to come back and tell her that she was, you know, his home, that she was the one he wanted to choose. But like I said, it felt a lot like setup for her to come back, because they could have achieved the same feeling for Daryl of you chose too late by actually killing her and like showing us that moment, or a body or something like that. But the fact that she just disappeared, to me, says she's gonna come back. And I would guess during the 6 episodes, not season 11. But you never know, maybe she's over at the Commonwealth. And as much as I enjoyed seeing the scenes with Leah and Daryl working through that loneliness and the desire to find comfort and peace in one another, I still thought the scenes with Daryl and Carol were the best of the episode. Especially that final moment when they really lay it out on the table where each of them stands at the moment. And I definitely have to side with Daryl on that one. For the most part anyway, because I do agree with Carol that Alpha had to die, she deserved to pay for what she did. But Daryl's right, like, she's just running. She refuses to accept things as they are now, and that's gotten people... I'm trying to think, did it get anybody killed? And if it didn't get anyone killed, it got Connie and Magna severely fucked up, and Connie is still missing because of it. But I like the parallels there, how, you know, a few years ago, Daryl was the one running from his family and all this trauma around him, and Carol's constantly telling him, like, you know, you gotta stop running, you need to find your peace. And now they're in the exact opposite situation where Daryl has accepted his peace. He has rejoined his community and his family, and she's the one who just can't go back to it, like Daryl said, because she feels a lot of guilt over what she did. And she should, honestly. Like, she endangered a lot of people by letting her vengeance consume her. But I also don't necessarily blame her all that much, because if some lady cut off my kid's head, put it on a pike, and then taunted me about it, I would also absolutely lose my goddamn mind trying to get vengeance any way, at any time. Like, nothing would be able to stop me. So I can't blame her, but she's definitely at fault, and she can't really let it go. All that being said, I do wish this episode gave us just a little bit more, maybe a little bit less of the flashbacks, a little bit more going on with Daryl and Carol. Like, they gave me enough, but I think this episode would have benefited from shortening the flashbacks just a tiny little bit and extending a few extra Daryl Carol moments here in the present. Cinematography was actually really good. I really enjoyed some of the camera angles and shots that they had in this episode. Weirdly enough, I think my favorite one of the episode was seeing Daryl and Carol on the opposite sides of the river. It's just a really big wide shot of them. I think it just explained where they were at that time, and where they honestly are still at now that everything that's happened with the Whisperers has happened. Music was good. Nothing like truly outstanding. It was pretty much what I expect out of a Walking Dead episode. It was good. As for acting, I'm going to give it to Lynn Collins, who played Leah. I think she did a very fantastic job. I mean, Melissa McBride and Norman Reedus also did great during their scenes together and throughout the episode. But Lynn Collins genuinely made me feel very bad for her. Definitely drew emotions out of me for, you know, again, a character I had just met. Talking about her son, who I've never met, I was pretty surprised to see how effective that was, and I attribute that mostly due to her acting. So I think she takes the cake for this episode. Editing and pacing. Editing was very good. I enjoyed the transitions from flashback to modern time, as well as certain moments when like emotions really came to a boiling point for Daryl, and you could just kind of see that mirrored in both his actions and the editing. That was very good. Pacing wise, it was almost painfully slow. Like I said, I think they should have made the flashbacks a little shorter or a little more compact. The only reason they didn't, I think, is because Leah is going to make some kind of return in this season. They really wanted to establish that character for when she comes back. That's just speculation on my part. That could be wrong, but I have a strong feeling. But regardless, it was a very slow-paced episode. In terms of plot progressing, it didn't. Like, there was no plot progression whatsoever. But I've said it before, I do enjoy the character-driven episodes, and this one was a good episode. I did not dislike it too much at all. There are a couple things I wish they would have done a little differently, but overall, I think it was a good episode. I'm going to give this episode... I'm going to give it a 7.8 out of 10. I think I did prefer the Maggie episode just a little bit more, but that was mostly because there was like a tiny little bit of plot progression going on in that episode. In this one, there just wasn't any. I suppose you could argue setting Leah up as a character could count as that, because I still think there's a very good chance she's going to return at some point during this season. But still, that and the fact that there were lots of flashbacks, which I'm just not a big fan of. I think this was just slightly weaker than last week's episode, but it was still good. I enjoyed it. I am very excited for next week's episode. I have no idea what character we're going to be focusing on there, but we will find out together. So I hope I'll see you all then. Fingers crossed we can get just a little bit more plot progression in the next one, on top of what I'm sure is going to be another character-driven episode. So yeah, see you next week. And that is about it.